Testing mic audio. Hey, what's up YouTube? We're gonna talk shit about movies today. Specifically, I want to talk about the film Oh Ramona. To find this film, I had to go spelunking into the depths of Netflix despair, and while I was rummaging around down there, I saw a thumbnail that had titties in it. And I thought, if it's got titties, how bad could it be?
Oh my god.
This movie has a lot going on in it, and so we're gonna need some structure if we're going to approach this. The first thing we need to talk about is the characters. Okay, so for characters, we've got Ramona, Anamona, Andre, who's our main character, his two friends, Alan and Sylvie. I'm gonna be calling Sylvie Chad, and then we get Andre's mother, and we even get a cameo from the author of the book this film is based off of as a bartender.
Video chat! God. That is preposterous.
Okay, so our two main love interests are Ramona and Anamona. Their names are basically the same, except one is retarded. The similarities end with their names, though. Ramona is kind of a fucking kinky, crazy bitch, and Anamona is just kind of aloof, maybe a little retarded.
What is wrong with all the people in your town?
They are, however, both fucking Andre. Which, given the fact that he's supposed to be like a Michael Cera motherfucker, doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but we'll get to that. During the movie, Andre kind of bounces back and forth between these two girls. He can't decide if he wants to eat ice cream or pancakes.
I want pancakes. No. I want ice cream.
So you want me to lock that in?
Yes, please, Eddie.
Lock in A.
Yep. Oh, hang on. What I mean is C.
C? Yeah. First you said A, and now you want to change it to C. What do you want me to lock in?
So then we have Andre, our main character, and he's all over the fucking place. He starts off, like a Michael Cera type character. He's a nerd. He's really shy and awkward and somewhat likable. And as the movie progresses, he exponentially dresses worse and slays more pussy. It doesn't really make any fucking sense. There's no character development. He just fucking puts on a hat and a suit and then starts fucking girls. It's also worth noting that Andre just happens to be the name of the author who wrote the book. I think this information gives us a lot of insight into this character's motivations. Alan and Chad aren't that important in this film, but I included them because they kind of influence Andre in certain ways. Alan is like his bro, and he encourages him and kind of bullies him. And then Chad is like his nemesis who fucks his girlfriend. And then we have Andre's mother, and she's fucking insane. Every scene she's in, she fucking terrifies me. She's waving knives around, she's making fucking crazy threats.
I will break your neck, her legs, and raise the child as my own.
She's fucking wondering if Andre got ice cream pregnant.
But if you get the ice cream pregnant, I'll shove your dick in the grinder.
But my favorite character in the whole movie is the bartender, aka real Andre. He's not that important of a character in the story, but he's more of a real life character.
Daenerys Targaryen, Cersei Lannister, Jon Snow, Jaime Lannister, Brienne.
So now I want to talk about the morals and some of the motivations behind the characters' actions. So Ramona is this kind of cliche, hottest girl in the school character. She likes to chew bubblegum and manipulate little boys. She sets her targets on Andre with the reasoning that she's never fucked a virgin. And when he rejects her, it basically becomes her life mission to make him miserable. Ramona comes in at second craziest character in the film, right behind Andre's mom. Ramona, does all kinds of terrible shit to Andre and others. She pretends that she got beat and then threatens to frame Andre for hitting her. It's pretty atrocious behavior for a human being. And by the end of the film, she's just begging for his cock. So this character is clearly written by a man who hates women. Ramona's not much better. She's not as fucking evil as Ramona, but she's just kind of dumb. She's basically just like a walking vagina. Again, just written by an author who has no respect for women. Andre is 16 years old, and so his motivations are pussy. He's maybe not one-dimensional, maybe he's got two dimensions. I guess his second dimension would be that he's looking for love, although I would say that it's probably his second priority. When it comes to Andre's mother, she's just motivated by pure rage. She's fucking out of her mind. She hates babies. She hates children. And I'm fairly convinced that the actress who is playing her hates children and babies just as much as the character.
Honking, you yeah? I'll come and shove that horn right up your so stop honking your horn, you I'll come and shove that horn up your ass.
In one take in the car when Andromeda was supposed to swear at the cars passing by, she was telling one car in particular. And as the car was passing by, there was this little 8-year-old kid at the window, and he was like, "What?" And Andromeda just kept going. She just kept on going. She was savage. And she was like, "Oh yeah, you too."
You! Yeah, you! You! I hope you never get a again.
It's like, oh, there's mommy. There she is.
I hope you'll never get in
And then finally, that brings us to the bartender. And he's only in the movie for like 2 shots, but he's the best character. I cherish the moments that the bartender is in the movie. He's an amazing actor and comedian.
Can you introduce me to her?
Sure. Yo, Blondie! This guy likes you. It's all arranged, sir.
I just had a date with Ramona last night.
And I fucked your mother last night.
The bartender's scenes in this movie are amazing, but that's not where it ends.
Vlad Munteanu și Mimi, Romania și deliri, Dorian Popa și...
Now, I don't speak the language he's speaking. I'm not even really sure what language it is. I think it's Romanian, if that's a language. But I can still cringe at this. And maybe what he's saying would make it funny, but I just enjoy this so much how it is. He's not just the light-hearted jokester that you see here, though. He makes it very clear. He loves comedy, but right after comedy, the thing he values most is butts. I gotta say, this guy is kind of a legend. His YouTube is full of fucking gold, and he posts pictures of his girlfriend's butt like every other day. It's fucking fantastic. Now, after sifting through some of this author's YouTube channel, I think I have a better grasp on this film. The content of his YouTube page explains a lot of the morals of this movie. I think I see some parallels here. Which brings us to the next part of the story. So, I think it's pretty important, especially if you're going to put your name on a character, to make them likable. And while Andre is pretty likable at the beginning of this film, as it progresses, he just goes downhill, and by the end of the movie, he's a piece of shit. A lot of the characters in this movie make terrible decisions, which in and of itself isn't bad, but it's one thing when you have a character that's written to be immoral and bad. It's another thing when you have one that is supposed to be good, clearly, but they make fucking terrible decisions and they're shit people. And I can't help but think that this reflects on the morals of the author and gives us a window into his mind. I think the theme of this movie, or I guess if this movie had a theme, it would be how to fuck a fruit. So throughout this film, we get a lot of visual analogies, mostly for sex, a little bit for marijuana. They replace joints with bananas, which honestly I think is kind of funny. And there's a couple scenes where there are people just in the background, you know, eating bananas, and it made me chuckle. But they beat this food sex analogy to death.
You know that moment when you dip your finger into the honey jar? And it's so warm and sticky, you can't get enough. Or when you're enjoying a fluffy, juicy cake and it just melts into your...
It's getting late. I have to go.
Well, why?
I chose the ice cream. Out?
Oh, more ice cream.
So the ending is really confusing. He hears the voice of God, which I guess is him from the future, and he gets in an argument with himself, but then God tells him that he can teleport him back in time, and so he does, and then he punches Chad in the face. And, you know, this ending would be disappointing if I could be let down, but it's so insignificant in the context of this film, it just doesn't fucking matter. Overall, I actually would recommend watching this movie. It's definitely one of those so bad it's good films. It's a good laugh and very entertaining. So that was my take on the film Oh Ramona. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you all next time.